All right, I want to welcome everybody. For those that don't know, my name is Chief Dave Harkins, Chief here at Gloucester Township Police Department, and we're here to recognize the retirement of one of the most solid cops that we've had, Sergeant Bill Rapp. But first, I'd ask if Bill, you would come forward. I know he doesn't want to do this, but he's still under orders today. So. And I'd like to invite our chaplain, Monsignor Michael Mannion, to join us to start us off with a prayer for Sergeant Rapp. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
They gave you a new tie, didn't they?
Yeah. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Sometimes we do things in civic ceremonies to honor a special person like today. But sometimes we focus on the content, which is good, but we forget the context, where the tradition, where the values, where the history came from. And I thought of Bill's retirement in terms of 56 men, many years ago, who signed the Declaration of Independence, because that's the root experience of why we're here today. 5 signers were captured by the British as traitors, tortured, and then killed. 12 had their homes ransacked and burned. 2 lost their sons, Revolutionary Army. Another had 2 sons captured. 9 of the 56 fought and died from wounds or hardships of the Revolutionary War. They signed and pledged their lives, their fortunes, their sacred honor. That's the price they paid. 24 were lawyers and judges. 11 were merchants. 9 were farmers. But they signed the Declaration of Independence knowing full well that the penalty would be death if they were captured. I share this because Bill's ceremony today is the inheritance of their decision centuries ago. Let us pray. Lord, let us never forget the histories that gave birth to our values, our vision, our years of service, our commitment, especially in law enforcement. Let us never forget, Lord, the sacrifices that are made, not just by those that wear the badge, but those that live in the house as well. Spouses, relatives, friends, all those who say, yes, Bill, to a commitment 20 plus years ago. For the success of the officer would never happen were it not for the beliefs, the values, the commitment, the support of the family at home and others as well. So Lord, we ask this day that you might bless him in the vision ahead, never forget the meaning of what he's done, and be able to translate the skills and talents and abilities of the past into the needs of others that he has yet to meet in the future. And as always, Lord, may he act justly, love tenderly, and walk humbly with you as God. Amen.
Amen.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Monsignor. Thank you, Monsignor. Joining me in addition to Sergeant Bill Rapp here, I'm honored to be standing here with our mayor, the Honorable David Mayer, the mayor of Gloucester Township. And I also want to make sure I welcome, this is very important, to us, the extended family of the Gloucester Township Police Department, Bill's wife Kirsten. We have Bill's son Danny, his daughter-in-law Sunny, granddaughter Isla, son Joey, and daughter-in-law Emily. So you guys, again, this is where he came for all these 25 years, spent a lot of time here. Kirsten knows it. She used to be, for those that don't know, Kirsten used to be a dispatcher. She was my dispatcher for years, and so we know each other well. And so welcome, and we recognize all of you and all the extended family and all those that are here to celebrate Sergeant Bill Rapp. I'll just tell you a little bit. I'd like to go through the bio. And these bios, the more that I do, when I do them, they don't do it justice for the officer, but I think it's important for those to know, because so many officers that are here that came in and are out of your life at certain points don't know where you were before or where you were after. So Bill was a 1984 graduate of Highland High School, longtime resident here of Gloucester Township. Before being called to serve as a police officer, Sergeant Rapp worked for 10 years at Rapid Forms Incorporated in Thoroughfare, New Jersey. He was hired here as a full-time police officer on January 26, 1998. He attended the Camden County Police Academy Basic Class number 28 and graduated on May 15, 1998. And he's had a long distinguished career here at the Gloucester Township Police Department. He served as a patrol officer. He was a field training officer, which he took very seriously in the training of new officers, and some of those that are here were trained by him that are now very well experienced and successful officers. He served as a patrol shift investigator, and he also was one of our canine handlers for Canine Solo. He was appointed a detective on September 1st, 2010, and throughout his career, he has great investigative skill. He's great experience in many aspects of investigation, serving in the Special Investigations Unit. We had a hard time to remember that. That was a stint, but I remembered it. He was worked in the Narcotics Unit very early on. The Intelligence Services Unit, where he spent many years, and then he was assigned to our Retail Theft Unit. He was assigned as the second officer to that unit after we started it after now Lieutenant Massey was the first detective, but him and Bill got that program off the ground and did a great job throughout his career in many, many investigations. And again, me just saying those assignments doesn't do justice. Bill was always there wherever needed. He was also a firearms instructor, part of the training cadre at the range. Spent a lot of hours and days down at the range training people. Well-rounded officer, to say the least. On September 19, 2019, he was promoted to Sergeant of Police, and where he served and continued to serve right up to his retirement as a Deputy Platoon Commander. Over the course of his career, he had a very lots of awards, lots of letters in his file. He received 12 distinguished unit citations, 7 merit awards, 7 police service citations, and 12 outstanding police work letters. And this is quite a fact. I don't think anybody's ever reached this next stat that he had. He was nominated for Officer of the Year here at the Gloucester Township Police Department 5 times in 2008, 2010, 2011, and 2015. And he received the award of Gloucester Township Police Officer of the Year in 2016. So a couple personal things about this, and I know he's not comfortable being here, and that's okay. And I say that out of admiration. I don't say that because he's a humble servant. He's been a humble officer. He's been the quiet, steady officer on many investigations, many incidents that were high risk or high stress, but his work ethic was unwavering. And a couple points I'll point out. He's one of the hardest cops, I think, that I've ever met, and I know many of the officers that are standing in this room would attest to that. And he was one of those cops that you would want to be going on a hot domestic or a hot call with you. You would want Bill Rapp to be going on that call with you. And the cops in the room know what that means. They want that designation, and Bill was always that guy. He wore his heart on his sleeve, I think is a nice way of putting it. He would respectfully let you know his opinion on a law enforcement topic, but it was a respected opinion. He loved to be around cops. I think that's safe to say, right?
Yes, sir.
Kirsten, right? He loved to be around all of you, okay? And he took his responsibilities as a police officer very, very seriously. This was especially true when he really shined, even though he had all this experience in detectives. When he became a sergeant, he took this role very, very seriously. And he knew it was his mission to teach and get those under his command home each and every shift. There's not a whole lot more I can ask for from sergeants. Those are leading younger officers and those being in command. And we know what that burden of command is, that worry about things being done right and making sure that people get home at the end of their shift. And Bill took that very, very seriously, to the point where I knew, he would get frustrated about things in a good way. And he wanted to make recommendations on changes, but he took officers, especially younger officers' careers, very serious, especially when it came to officer safety and how they acted out on the scene. As you can see from his list of commendations and awards, Bill made an impact on this community, and especially on his brothers and sisters of the Gloucester Township Police Department. And I don't use those terms lightly. Bill knows what I mean when I say that, because he truly believes all of you, all of us, are brothers and sisters in what we do. And that was always on the forefront of his mind. For me, Bill's opinion mattered, and his advice was often sought, because he was where the rubber was meeting the road. He was an experienced officer in command of younger officers on a platoon out there, keeping me informed of what was going on. He was one of those officers whose opinion, those sergeants' opinion, that I cherished when he had something to say, and that's why I solicited it quite often. I'm very proud to have served with him, and I'm going to miss him very much. It's a bittersweet time for me as a police chief. Deputy Chief Manazzi will tell you, when we have supervisors and that always change, and it happens, comes and goes. But having Bill working as the acting watch commander or being a deputy watch commander during a shift, we knew that the incidents were going to be handled right. We knew that he was going to keep people in line. He was going to do all that he could to make sure the job was done. To Kirsten and the family, I just want to say thank you to you guys. Law enforcement takes a toll. During all those years of detectives work, the phone ringing, the nights of getting called in, just him knowing Billy, wanting to be in the know of everything, staying on top, the time that he put in when he wasn't called in, and living his life through the job takes its toll. It takes its toll on the family. So I thank you. We thank all that you've had to go through. When he comes home, and he was either frustrated or it was a tough night, he's coming home to you guys, okay? Billy could not have been the cop that he was without his family, okay? So we thank you for that. In closing, my closing remarks, I just want to say thank you to Bill. I thank you for choosing to be a police officer. Thank you for your calling, hearing your calling, and going to serve your community. Thank you for your style, for taking the job as seriously as you did. And I think that's why we always got along. We were always on the same sheet of music all the time. When Billy told me something, we knew we were coming from the same place. Best compliment I can often give is knowing that you are a good cop. You know what that means, your family knows what that means, and all of them here know what that means, and you are a good cop. Always know that you're part of this Gloucester Township Police family. All of you are. Enjoy this next chapter of your life. Enjoy your time with your wife, Kirsten, and your family, granddaughter. We hope that you enjoy this retirement. And remember that this is what all of your sacrifices have been for. This moment, you've done your duty here, you've had that impact. So congratulations on surviving. Congratulations on having an exemplary career, and thank you for the training, for looking after others here, for bringing them up and making sure they got home safe. Best wishes on the next chapter of your life. We're very proud to call you a Gloucester Township Police Officer. Congratulations, Bill.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, Monsignor. It's always great to have you here. Thank you for your participation. Chief Smith, it's always good to see you, the Rapp family, and Bill, I'll tell you, your granddaughter is absolutely adorable. And that's why I know that. That's why he said he has babysitting duty coming up. So that's great.
Stressed out.
Bill, today is a special day, I know, for you and your family. It's a day of celebration. It's a day to celebrate their 25 years of dedication to this community. It's a day to celebrate your accomplishments, including the 38 citations and letters and awards that the chief mentioned, which is very impressive. But so enjoy that because you earned it. So congratulations, but also thank you. Right, and a big thank you for your dedication. The chief speaks very highly of you, and I sincerely appreciate your service to this community and your dedicated service to this community. To your family, thank you for sharing your husband and your father with the 70,000 other people in this community. I know it takes a lot, but thank you for your support of Bill. You know, it was an honor for me to swear you in. I think it was 2019 as sergeant, and so I sincerely wish you and your family the very best. And as you look back on your career, always remember the difference that you have made in this community and in the lives of strangers that you didn't even know. So congratulations, best wishes. Have fun babysitting, but we wish you the very, very best, Bill. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
At this time, we usually offer the retiree words to speak to all of you. And in this case, you know, Bill was concerned, and I say this out of admiration. I laugh about it, but he would have a hard time speaking to all of you out of love, out of admiration. It's a difficult thing to do for some. He was considered afraid about getting emotional, and we know how Billy is. He's not that he wears his heart on his sleeve up to a point, but he did write a letter, and I am honored he's asked me to read that letter. So this is from Sergeant Bill Rapp. I wasn't going to participate in a retirement ceremony, but a friend reminded me that this is not about me, it's about my family. Not only my personal family, but my police family as well. 25 years is a long time, so hopefully I've made a difference in some of your lives along the way. I know that many of you have made a difference in mine. Usually, officers line up outside to salute the one who is retiring. Today, I salute all of you instead. You are the ones who must wake up every day and continue to do this job, which is not an easy task in today's anti-police climate. So remember to keep your heads on a swivel. Look out for each other, and don't sweat the small stuff. Thank you for all for being here for me today. May God bless you and keep you safe. Sincerely, Sergeant William Rapp. Congratulations. Now, on a funny note, it took a while for us to even get Billy to realize to stop sweating the small stuff. That was probably one of his biggest. So, the traditions we have here upon the retirement of one of our officers, we get to make a couple presentations. And the first I want to present is the ceremonial ID card that for Sergeant Bill Rapp to go in his wallet. We also have your retired ID, which is in your wallet, and we present you a retired sergeant's badge with its wallet. So, with the president, that, let me get a picture. Chuck, hold that up now. Also, a tradition, we ask all of our officers, we want them to, as a reminder that we always are part of this Gloucester Township Police family. Before I close, I just want to point out to you, Bill, you were worried whether anybody was going to come to this, right? And as you can see, the respect that you've earned, the job that you've done is here. This is, I'm glad you decided to have this. Again, it's important for us to have closure for you of such an exemplary career, and as a police chief, for you to set the example for younger officers. This is what it's about. This is what the goal is to get to the end of that road after having made a difference. So I congratulate and I thank you for participating in this retirement ceremony. But I want to now present his lapel pin so he can wear this proudly wherever he goes. And in this case, since he doesn't have one on, I'm putting it on him. And I'm going to ask Deputy Chief Nazi to assist me, step forward. We'd also like to present you with your retirement plaque. I know you didn't want this either, but this is important. These are our traditions, your retirement plaque. Kirsten will hang it up somewhere. I know you'll throw it in the corner somewhere, but we told her she has to hang it somewhere important. So you've earned this. This is your retirement plaque with all your patches, with all your badges and your commendation ribbons. And I think it's a beautiful thing. So congratulations, Sarge. So in conclusion to this ceremony, normally Sarge has requested that we not do the radio call. So I'm going to conclude it with, as he receives a copy of his personnel order that will be issued to him announcing his retirement. Sergeant William Rapp, badge number 145. Effective February 1st, 2023, Sergeant William Rapp will retire from the Gloucester Township Police Department after 25 years of honorable service as a full-time Gloucester Township Police Officer. Sergeant Rapp was hired as a Gloucester Township Police Officer on January 26, 1998. Sergeant Rapp served as a patrol officer, a field training officer, a canine handler of Canine Solo, and a shift investigator. He was appointed as a detective on September 1st, 2010, and served in the Intelligence Services Unit, the Special Investigations Unit, and the Retail Theft Unit. He was promoted to Sergeant of Police on September 16, 2019, where he served as a Patrol Deputy Platoon Commander. In 2016, he was awarded the Gloucester Township Police Department's Officer of the Year. I am grateful for Sergeant Rapp's dedicated service to the Gloucester Township Police Department and the community. I know you all join me in wishing Bill a long and happy retirement, issued this day by Chief David Harkins of the Gloucester Township Police. Congratulations, Bill. Well done. This will conclude our retirement ceremony. Please join Bill up front for pictures. We have cake, we have things. Come see him. I know he'll appreciate it. Thank you all for coming out this day. I know how much it meant to him, and it's great to see all of you. Have a good day.